Hey, what's up guys? Imran here, Monster Gadgets. I hope you're all having a wonderful day wherever you might be. Thank you so much for joining me. And in today's video, we're going to go ahead and get into my 21 Tesla Model 3 performance. And we're going to take a look at the most recent software update that was just released by Tesla over Christmas holiday. And this is a complete overhaul from their previous version. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Alright guys, here we are inside my Model 3, and over the last week we've actually had two different updates come out. The most recent one being 2021.44.25.2, and that is the one that had the complete overhaul, brand new UI, with a lot more improvements, which we're going to talk about today. But we also had 2021.44.6 come out. Now, some people have reported they had this way before I did. Mine came out last week. And then a few days later, I got the major update, the 44.25.2. So this one being, of course, the Christmas gift by Elon and Tesla, which includes a light show, which if you have not checked out my Twitter, make sure you go follow me on Twitter as well as Instagram. I'll go ahead and card it somewhere here. But the light show on the Model 3 was absolutely amazing. The kids loved it. I loved it. And it was really cool to see all the lights and the windows going up and down, the mirrors, the trunk, the sound. It was just overall a great experience. But yeah, that was the highlight of the Christmas show. Now, put that aside, there's a ton of other updates that came out, which of course, number one, starting off with the UI, the user interface. You guys can see this is a complete overhaul from what we had previously. The icons are now colored. The controls are very different. If you go into your control panel here, some of them are easily accessible here. They did get rid of some of the shortcuts, for example, like the heated seats. A lot of people are complaining about that, but that is actually, if you click on your HVAC system, you can go ahead and from there you can go ahead and click on the heated seats. The one nice feature they added in the heated seats is not only are they heated, but they're also auto. So you can go ahead and set it to whatever temperature you want, 3, 2, or 1. And then you can also put that to auto, and it'll actually adjust the temperature of the seats based on the cabin temperature and what it thinks is appropriate. So I've used that for a couple days now. I personally like it just because I always felt like whenever I had it on 3, it would get way too hot and then I would have to put it down to 2. But now if I leave it on auto, it'll just basically heat it up and then put it down based on the cabin temperature itself. So I personally absolutely love that feature. Do I wish that it was here somewhere where it's easily accessible? Probably, but to me it's not a big bother if I have to go into that setting to do it. Now let's go and take a look at the rest of the icons here. These icons, you've got 4 in the bottom here, and these are customizable. So you can go ahead and, for example, if you want your dash cam on here, you can simply click and bring that down. The only thing is, you can only have 4 icons in here, so you have to kind of pick and choose which 4 are the most important for you. Nice thing is, once you start using them, the most recent app, it does show you those there. So for example, if I activate my camera, and it's going to go ahead and bring up my cameras outside. And that is my side view. Oops. Let's go ahead and get the full view here. And that is my full view. I don't know what it's doing there. Probably not the best time to glitch out as I'm recording my video, but hey, this is real life experiences, so I'm not sure exactly what it's doing there. But let's go back to the icons and we'll come back to that. So let's just say I use my music. Actually, let's go into another app. Let's go to energy, for example. Consumption, trip, okay, and then I'm going to go into my camera. So you can see the most recent one will always pop up here. So whatever I use last. So let's go ahead and use a toy box. The toy box will pop up there. Alright, so again, those icons are all customizable. You can go ahead and put 4 in here, and then the most recent one will automatically pop up there. Let's go ahead and go back to the software release notes. I think it's one of those things where you really have to get used to it after you use it a few different times or a few days or whatnot. But for me, so far I'm liking it. I like the fact that it's got the color icons instead of the normal icon. I like the fact that these are a lot easily accessible through here. And then of course, I'm not sure, let me go ahead and show you guys what happens if I put this in drive. So now the icons up here have changed a little bit as well, along with if there's speed, it'll tell you the speeds up here versus how it did previously. The seatbelt portion of it is also different. It tells you down here, so it's a smaller view. But these are all, again, just small tweaks that are part of this upgrade. The biggest feature I've been waiting for is this. When I turn my right turn signal on, or if I turn my left turn signal on, it gives me that blind spot monitoring right here on my screen. Now online I've already seen a lot of people complaining where if your hand is here and you're driving, that this actually gets in the way of your blind spot. So it's a blind spot for a blind spot. I think some people wanted this to be up top here, but for me personally, it's not really a bother. I mean, the way that I drive, I normally have my hand on top of the steering wheel, not so much on the side, but I can certainly see why people would complain about that. So that's something just to be mindful of. But I think this feature itself has been available in Hondas and other cars for years. I'm not sure why Tesla didn't have it, but this update did basically enable it to where now we've got blind spot monitoring. And that's, again, that's one of the great things about Tesla. It's literally over the air update, and you literally have a brand new feature that you never thought of before. So that's just amazing. You can just do that over the air update. All right, let's go ahead and go back into our release notes so I can talk to you about the other ones. So blind spot monitoring, waypoints is another big upgrade. Now you can actually go ahead and put in multiple destinations on your map where you couldn't previously. This feature I have to test out. I've not exactly tested this out yet, but it looks promising. That way you can enter multiple destinations while you are traveling. Boombox megaphone, that is an upgrade where you can go ahead and project your voice with additional authority using new megaphone features. That's kind of cool. This one I can care less about, but my kids, my daughter particularly, will absolutely love this. I've not actually told her, so Zoya, if you're watching, yeah, you can actually watch and log into your TikTok account and watch videos on here. We're not going to be doing that, full disclosure. Then you've got some game upgrades, Sonic the Hedgehog being one of them, and a couple other upgrades. It's got subwoofer improvement where you can go ahead and go into your music player and adjust the tone on your subwoofer. Cold weather improvement. Here it's primarily letting you know that you can go ahead and turn your HVAC system on from the app even when the battery is at a lower state. You basically have to click on yes as a disclosure as it notifies you, but that works. I already talked about the automatic heated seats. And then dashcam clips. This allows you to easily delete all dashcam videos and clips directly from your touchscreen by tapping Control, Safety, Dashcam, delete dashcam clips, where you couldn't do that previously. Dark mode is something that you can go ahead and use exactly as dark mode. So instead of all it being white, it allows you to go ahead and put in dark mode, so you have not the white screen, more like a darker black screen. This, I'm not sure why this is here. I personally like the map details, and I think most people would, but it does give you the option to hide map details if you wanted to. That's an option on here as well. But again, for me, the biggest upgrades were the blind spot monitoring, the whole UI where you've got colored icons and a whole different layout on the screen itself. To me, that's absolutely amazing. The light show was absolutely great as well. And then the waypoints, which again, I'm gonna have to test out and take a look at. But again, I get blown away by the fact that these upgrades basically gives you new features. It's almost like a newer car, and I think for the people that already have Teslas can certainly relate. The excitement that you get when you first get notifications of an update available, it's unreal. Like, I don't know, you have to be a car enthusiast to appreciate it, especially as a Tesla enthusiast. So if you already are one, I know you understand what I'm talking about. If you aren't one, you're looking to buy a Tesla, you are in for a huge surprise each and every time you get these upgrades. Keep in mind, some software updates have minor tweaks here and there, so they're not as impactful, but when you have major upgrades come out like this, it's over the update, you come out to your garage or your car or whatever, and you've got a brand new car almost because of that upgrade. So, all right, I'll stop talking about that because, you know, I can go on for days. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.